Bros, Phaedra Parks is rejoining Real Housewives of Atlanta. But after Kenya Moore has exited the show because of this allegation of revenge porns.
With Kenya leaving, have you checked on her? I mean, is it the same relationship on screen that it is off screen where you guys are there for each other?
Oh, well, I'm always here for Kenya. I am always here for her. Of course, I am so saddened and heartbroken that she had an early departure from the season. That was never like, no one ever saw that coming.
If Kenya really did do this revenge porn situation, I feel like the network acted and made a decision that's best for the network.
Yeah,
And we have to
I
remember
agree.
that Phaedra wasn't brought back after this rape allegation against Candy. And as long as Candy's been on the show, since that incident, Phaedra was never brought back. At least I recall that. And so
No, you're right.
now that Candy's gone, I think it's only right we bring Phaedra back, because they're gonna need an OG or a former housewife, because it's the Sweet 16. They're trying to boost ratings. They're trying to not relive.
Yeah, relive the glory
They're
days.
trying to boost the ratings. And so, you know,
But Izzy, it's unfair to me because Kenya has exited Atlanta Housewives, but then they're bringing back Phaedra, who accused Candy of trying to rape Portia. Like, she should have never stopped filming. She should have continued to film if they were going to bring back Phaedra. I just don't like the constant goalposts moving with the standards of what's allowed and what's acceptable.
I think the difference
the
is that
network.
Kenya showed something.
Yeah,
True.
go ahead, Eric.
I say that Kenya showed something. I think that's a little bit
I
of a
think, like
difference.
I said, the network would make the decision that's best for them. So if that's the route they want to go, that's the route they want to go.
Well, I mean, she's already on Married to Medicine, so did she really ever get reprimanded? I mean, yeah, she went years without working on the show, but they've got her on Traitors. They've got her on Married to Medicine. Now she's going to Housewives. I mean, she's going to be on, what, 3 shows in a year? It seems like she was a little rewarded, if you ask me.
I think they did that because of the fans' reactions during Ultimate Girls Trip.
Yeah.
She got on Ultimate Girls Trip, and everybody just lived for Miss Phaedra because who doesn't when she's in her
Yeah.
prime?
Yeah.
But I think that was what geared her into coming fully back. They saw what she brought, and but I think that was what geared her into coming fully back. They saw what she brought, and let's just be real. Atlanta for the past 3 seasons has been rough. It's been hard to get through the seasons because what's happening, nobody cares. I mean, except for Drew trying to sing in that reunion. That's all we got.
Do you think she's going to bring anything? Like, look at Married to Medicine. She brought nothing.
No.
But that's a
She brought
cast that
me. She brought
she.
me as a viewer to watch that show. I wasn't watching Married to Medicine before Phaedra Parks, so she brought probably a
Well,
couple of
what
viewers
did you think of
like
her
myself.
performance? I'm curious to know. Did you think it was worth, you know?
She's thanks to her, I'm now watching Heavenly and loving the rest of the ladies. So I'll be watching next season.
Okay.
I think it's different because she came into like an established cast that has been doing it for 10 years. Married to Medicine hasn't really messed with the cast that much. They brought
Yeah.
one or two girls in here and out, but like the stable, like 6 girls, have been solid for 10 years. So I think it's a little different her coming into that atmosphere versus Atlanta that she helped establish. Like,
Necessarily though, not necessarily, because still at the same time, even though she just went into Married to Medicine, we still didn't see her life. Like, even though she was with
that's
the
true.
ensemble
That's true.
cast, we still are
That's
supposed to
true.
see what you're bringing your own self to the show. What's the relationship with Apollo?
You're
how
right.
is the
Yeah.
visitation and everything is going on? The birthday. Why was Apollo not there? Like, she's hiding a lot. And that's why I have mixed feelings about Phaedra coming back to Atlanta. First off, I want to say I think Bravo, they weren't interested in bringing her back. I feel like they were in talks and they were going to bring her back like next season or something like that. But I think due to Kenya's exit, London's bridge was tumbling down.
They didn't know if there was going to be a next season.
Hurry up, and I feel like Phaedra. I agree with Damien. I feel like Phaedra's getting rewarded. Like,
What is going on?
I feel like she's being rewarded. Like, she's not showing
Messy.
us anything. She's not showing us anything on Traders. She's not showing us anything on Married to Medicine. She's not going to
No,
show us
that's
anything
crazy.
on
Wait, she
Atlanta.
did
Mama,
great
she
on
I'm
was
here to
great in
say,
Wait,
Traitors.
She
wait,
She
was
I
not.
thought
was.
you did
in
not like
No,
Traitors.
Phaedra
no,
in
we're not gonna talk about
She was
Traitors.
pretty
Traitors.
good in Traitors. She was pretty good in Traitors. But
Yeah, she
given the
Mama,
was.
she
reality,
gave us sound bites.
but
Sound
Married
bites,
to
Mama.
Medicine in Atlanta, she's not going to give us anything. And I really hope that she gives us something to watch and look at.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
we're in the Twilight
yeah.
Zone. We're in the Twilight Zone today
Ugh.
because
No.
Eric is speaking on behalf of Izzy. Damien and Tamar are agreeing. I don't know what's happening. Something crazy is
Okay,
going
y'all two are messy. These two
No,
right here are
what?
Right.
messy.
What is
These two
wrong with
are
you?
We're
I
we're
messy.
going
These two
Just
are
silent
we're going with the
messy.
retreat.
flow.
I'm
Oh my
grown.
Victor, we have
god,
to, you know, we're
Mama.
going with the
No.
flow. You know,
But
I
but
can
we're
agree.
gonna have to be together moving forward. You know, we're all
Ooh,
co-hosts
okay.
now, so that's where we're going. You know, maybe as long as this cast member is on the show, so maybe once she's gone, Kenya could come back. We wouldn't know because they just brought Phaedra back now that Candy's gone.
I would be sick of that. If they were gonna bring
Yeah.
back Kenya only if Eady is not there. I hate the fact I don't like that.
Well, I
I
like
don't
that
like
Bravo respected Candy's boundaries of like I don't want to record with Phaedra, and so Phaedra was never
Mhm.
brought back, and
That's true.
now that Candy's
I
gone,
do agree with that. Yeah,
Phaedra
So
is brought
that's a
back.
good point.
If
That is a
only they
good
would have
that's
respected
a great point.
Teresa's wishes. If only they would have done Teresa Giudice the same way.
Thank you.
I love Melissa.
Yes,
I
Mama.
love Melissa.
Yes.
I'm Team Melissa. Margaret,
but
obviously.
that's a good
Izzy, they
point.
respected
That's a different show.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to.
Izzy, they respected Candy's wishes so much to the point where now we're in a
Well, Candy
bad place with
left.
Atlanta. Like the show's kind of in a sinking place because they've respected Candy's wishes so much to where they didn't bring back Phaedra.
But I think Mitch, what
I
Izzy
don't
is
think it was good for the
saying.
show.
But Mitch, I think what Izzy is saying is you're talking about consistency, and I think Bravo, instead of looking at it as just purely on consequence, they're trying to protect other members of the cast. So if there's someone who did revenge porn to Brit while she's on the show, they're trying to protect her and not putting her in an unprofessional work environment like they did with Candy. So there's consistency in that aspect. They didn't fire Candy; she chose to leave. So I think that's kind of where he's coming from in that sense.
But I think we have to make sure that we remember, like right now, Bravo's going through a lot of lawsuits based
Yeah,
on their cast. A lot of their old cast members are suing them, so they really can't mess up right now. They
yeah.
can't pull too crazy of a stunt. Phaedra has had like 8 years. Nobody really remembers it. Nobody really cares about doing it.
Mitch
I
remembers.
remember
Party of
it. I
one. We got a
remember
party of one.
it.
Party of
But
one.
not we got a party
He
of one. Who
said,
cares? But I'm going to say this: what she did to Candy was foul, and I agree with that. But I
Yeah.
do believe that they know that they can't mess around with like especially rape allegations and porn. They can't mess with that right now
Yeah.
because Caroline is saying that Brandy raped, and nobody's releasing this footage, so we don't know what happened. But because of that atmosphere, I think, is why they're doing it this way. Because at the end of the day, Phaedra didn't do anything. She didn't physically do anything. She spread a rumor. And that's
Yeah.
kind of what Housewives is, which is spreading a rumor. Not an appropriate rumor, and I do not support the rumor.
But the thing about it, Eric, was Candy indirectly gave Bravo an ultimatum, and you never accept ultimatums. Never.
I think you do
Like,
when it involves certain stuff, like rape and stuff like that. Because
Exactly. Yeah, I
there's certain
agree.
stuff as a company. Remember, they're working for a company, and as an
Yes.
employee of a company, there are certain parameters you need to set to protect your employees and the people on your payroll. And I think
We call it
that's a
HR.
and that's to protect Bravo from
Yes.
any lawsuits and stuff like that. We're gonna see if these bold decisions. It's a little bit hectic. Someone who's been on the show for a while being suspended or exiting, and now we have someone coming back who we haven't seen in so long. So I'm just excited to see if it's going to succeed or if it's going to look desperate. These moves as just
Yeah.
suspending someone and bringing someone back from a whole nother franchise is
Desperate.
very
I'm
similar.
just a little frustrated right now that
yeah.
Brough Chat, the five of you, not me,
Hmm.
are not remembering the fact that Phaedra has never owned it. She's never told the truth about what she did to Candy. She's never said, I screwed up. I was wrong. Shouldn't have happened. She is distancing herself from the reality of what happened back then, and everyone's allowing her to not keep it all the way real and take accountability. We've never seen accountability from Phaedra with what she did to Candy, and that is
But
the
that's
issue.
Who
Yeah,
That's
I
not
cares
don't
specific
at
to
know.
this
Andy,
point?
though. That's not
At this,
specific to
Yeah,
Phaedra. They do that
I
to
think
all the girls. Half the girls
yeah,
don't own up to their stuff.
yeah.
But
Nikki
it's
still
I
all
hasn't
think at
told us
this
that she
point,
faked cancer.
but
that's what I was about to
Yeah.
say. I think that at this point, it goes down to the point of people are just starting to not care. Like, Bravo, Real Housewives of Atlanta is, like she said herself, the Titanic is sinking. You know
right.
what I mean? Like, at this point, desperate times calls for desperate
Desperate
measures.
measures.
Desperate
And
measures.
Absolutely.
people
Yeah.
really want to see a show. Yeah, we want to see Kenya get back and Britt in the ring and finish it out. Like, that was some weak, petty stuff. I really want to say what I seen, but it wasn't a reliable source, so I'm not really going to talk about what I've seen. We're just going to stay in the alleged box. But I know what I saw. I know what I've seen. It didn't look like revenge porn to me, allegedly. But we want to see Kenya back in there. We want to see Phaedra back in there. But none of the housewives are going to take accountability because of
Mm-mm.
people. People are looking at them. All eyes are on them, and it's unfortunate. Yeah, I want to see him. Just go ahead and just say it. Just take accountability and let it be over. Just let us talk about you already, and let's just move on. But people, they don't like the criticism, and at this point, we just don't even care. We just want to see a
Yeah.
show.
Right. And listen, bros, we're going to be watching this show. The bros of Brough
Yeah.
Chat, Tamar's right.
Mm.
We're going to be watching the show to see exactly what happened on this upcoming season of Atlanta. Now, everyone looking in, make sure you like this video, and the bros of Brough Chat will be back. We'll be back with 5, 4 different iterations of this 6, but this is a rare recording where you get to see all 6
Yes.
of the bros of Brough Chat together for the very first time. We'll see you again
Mm-hmm.
next time. See
Bye.
ya.
Bye.
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 Yeah,
I have a question. I have a
yeah,
question. Um,
What's the question?
so I want to know. You said that Phaedra not being there was a detriment, right? But you also
yeah.
said
She's
you
still
also
going.
you also said that you want to see those same standards held for Phaedra with Kenya. So do you think if you were Andy, so it seems like you're either for consistency, you just don't think she should come back to Atlanta, but you also think it was a detriment her not being there. After season 9, if you were Andy, would you have respected Candy's ultimatum or not?
I'm gonna answer that. My point is, make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Choose one. Which one are you going to choose?
What would
But
you have done?
if I was Andy, I would have, let's keep it real. The decision is hard. The decision is hard. Like if something happened with Tamar and Damien, because that's the most likely comparison.
Yes.
If something were to happen with Tamar and Damien, and one of you gave me an ultimatum of some kind, I would go with the person who did not give me the ultimatum.
Yes, I agree.
That's how I would choose. Because when will the ultimatum stop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it
Right.
was
Yeah,
around rape.
because
I think there's a line. I think, yeah, I think there's a line.
once you honor
Yeah.
the first ultimatum, just expect more to come.
Yeah.
But I think it depends on what the ultimatum is. Because if, like, someone, like, I don't know, I just feel like the ultimatum against what the crime is really plays into effect. Because say something that's disgusting and I don't want to be around you, I should be respected as your cast member because I am still part of your cast. He's not, the other person's not the only cast member.
Right.
So
But
why
the
should
thing,
they be?
I agree. I agree with that. But the thing about it is, if you're going to get rid of Phaedra, she should be gone. She should be gone. If what she did was worth saying this is not consistent with our values and our morals as a company and as a network, she should just be gone and stay gone. But to bring her back and forth and
Mama, in the words of
I
Dorinda, she was on pause.
She was on
She was put
pause.
on pause.
Pretty
And
much.
I
was about
think
to
That
she
in
say,
the
I was
words
about
of
to
Miss
say what
Dorinda.
I was about to say what me and Victor say over the phone. I was gonna say pussy pop.
oh,
Pussy.
What?
flip flop pussy pop.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Start
Oh,
using that.
all right. What time is it?
Oh my gosh.